Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Prophecy, where we will capture and interrogate the Savon, a Sublime Hideout. I've discovered that the Tyrant infestation is still rampant on this hive world. While I was fighting my way through the desolate void port, I gained information on the strange experiments this mysterious collector is conducting with Xenos organisms. The Savon himself contacted me. He's an indoctrined member of the cult Mechanicus, and he's trying to persuade me to believe that his efforts serve the Imperium. Now that I know the location of this secret hideout, I will judge him in person, and that we will of course do gladly.
I must reach the inner sanctum of this facility.
Considering the nature of the savant's experiments, I would be very grateful for some picked grabs if you find some of his devices.
I don't think this will be a peaceful stroll into his sanctum.
And that I of course think as well. So last episode we faced Tyrants, this episode we face Rebel Guardsmen. No problem for me, just fine right now. Yes, and he is dead, this guy as well. So we are very, very close to the purpose.
I thought that the Savant employed these treacherous rebels only for smuggling, but he has an entire cohort of them as a private army.
And that they will not be long. Not for long, they will be his cohort, I think, since we are going to take down a lot of them, or actually most of them. Come on, these Bulgrins are really, really tense to fight. Well, maybe when they hold up their shield, that of course is probably going to reduce the damage we do to them. That is possible. Alright, personal message. It's a draft. Mission in peril, change of directives. Despite the dangers of the harsh planetary environment on FLZ 672 and the subliminal circumstances, we have managed to locate the site of the fabricated ruins. However, a significant Eldari contingent has appeared in the vicinity, and they are clearly moving towards the ruins. We need new directives immediately.
That is interesting. This savant sent an expedition to a former Fabricatus world and encountered the Eldari from the craft world Tuatal.
Okay, thank you. And then we was okay. We need to get the this is the correct way. I thought we might get up there, but that is actually a dead end. So let's bring down the Enforcer quickly, and after that we are going to face the other guys here. Okay, pick the item up. Nice.
Inquisitor, spare our lives. We surrender. We have been tricked.
I am aware that you have been led astray by an indoctrinated tech priest of the Imperium.
Okay, we have a choice. You can still gain my forgiveness if you are willing to sacrifice your lives to help me stop your treacherous master, which we will go after. Still, your lack of understanding will not absolve you of the sins you have committed against an agent of the Holy Orders. You must perish.
Now you have your chance to prove your true loyalty.
We will not fail the Imperium again, Inquisitor.
Ah, okay, nice, like that. And we even have an Ogren now with us. That is quite neat for a change. And no trap. This is sometimes what I think is insane. I mean, I know it is always not luck, but just random. Whether there's going to be some chance. I think.
I find your intrusion extremely inconvenient. I must warn you to leave immediately.
This is your last chance to surrender. Cooperation might still save your life.
My orders will not permit that. Defense protocols activated.
And I think there's a 25% chance in those bigger chests to actually be a trap, and and have called down some trap bolters, for example, or
I have
tarantulas.
faced numerous threats, but I didn't expect to find Adeptus Mechanicus battle.
Destroying these seems like something. We need to initiate counter-air to the machine.
But actually, sometimes I think there are certain, I don't want to call it streak, but sometimes it actually never happens, and you go in there after and nothing comes down, and sometimes it just does. This is weird, and I have to say, nice that we have without our help of the traitor guys there, but I have to say, do you see how insanely heavily armored this guy was? Actually, this one as well. How long it takes to actually bring them down is absolutely insane. Actually, a little bit too insane for my feelings. And I think without the help here, we would have perished very, very quickly. Come on, only 2000 HP remain.
You are absolved.
And I am not certain whether it was actually intended for them to die. Okay.
I understand you, Inquisitor. The thirst for knowledge is what is driving you into danger. You of all people can't blame me for craving knowledge. The long and arduous study of Xenos relics gave me extremely valuable notions about a machine that could turn the Xenos into useful weapons for the Imperium. I have failed to construct a functional prototype, but I could be so close.
Okay, now we might be a little bit in trouble, since there's a Castellan robot, which luckily for us is not having heavy armor. But with this, okay, this is going to be a tough fight, I can already tell ya. Bring him down. These are the toughest enemies I have faced off yet, especially the destroyers and the close combat variant of those guys. Insane. Not only are they doing heavy damage to us, they, as you can see, it takes ages to bring them down, man. Okay, goodness. Whee! Tough fight, good fight, gone they are. Next one coming up, neat, but it's only one. That is good for us. Okay, let's do the spell, which actually does deal the most amounts of damage. Even though we are slowly overheating, I don't care. All we need to do is take him down quickly, and gone he is. Nice. Okay. Sadly enough, those guys are not spawning any or dropping any form of items, but well, fair enough. You can't have everything, I assume. Oh, come on. And why are these guys actually spilling blood? I don't get it. Okay, the way goes through here. That is nice. And we are nearly at the desired location, which probably will even be the end of this mission, I hope. And nice, we have another... Oh, I hate those guys. I can only say that. Those heavily armored guys. Absolutely insane. Just waiting until it's actually dropping. Warp heat wise, we are fine. We are just fine there. Come on. Okay, nice. Okay, then this is probably not going to be the end, since there were doors with lasers. So I assume we are just going to bring them down in here.
You might find it difficult to believe me, Inquisitor, but I truly don't want to kill you. But now you leave me no choice.
Ah, turnips for change. Neat. And now we need to survive the traps of the collector. And okay, this is going quite well, although the... Okay, there's a inoculator refill, that is good. So let's bring them down one by one. This one down. And only 2 remains, which seems to be very, very possible. Hopefully we are not going to face this guy after all. Okay, oh, okay. I thought that would be the end, but no, still it goes on, obviously.
Inquisitor, you are unstoppable. Look, I didn't want to resort to bleeding. I've only been following orders from the echelons of Fort Well Fuel.
Okay, very, very tough, especially if the flamers, of course, are not attacking the turnips. And, well, fair enough, we need to fight through that. I have the feeling that the difficulty has increased quite a lot. Which is not a bad thing, of course. And the good thing is if you can actually stay out of range of those flamers. Very, very neat if your ability actually has the longer range there. Okay, nice explosion there. Only hit one directly, although I always think with the storm calling down there, the firestorm, is it called that? Yes, firestorm. It is always, it feels always like a little bit of a waste if you pull it down on just 2 enemies. Okay, now the real fight begins. Oh my god. This now is going to be very tough. So what I can tell you now, a lot of kiting is necessary. Because I don't want to engage the close combat variant and the ranged variant at a time. Okay, if we can at least take the Turnip Warrior down, that would help out a lot. Okay, maybe a good option would be just to die. At least I can tell you we will die. Maybe we can postpone it as long as we have killed this guy. Because against the ranged guy without inoculators remaining, we are definitely not going to make it. Oh my goodness, okay. As you can see, this is going to be a very nasty fight here. Where did we spawn? Okay, not that far away. I'm not going to take care of the flamer to the top right because we are just out of range. Or to be precise, out of its range. So let's hope that we are be able to quickly take those bigger guys down here.
That door is locked, but your Inquisitorial override code will grant you access.
Okay, I want to say I don't get where these 2 guys actually are. We somehow have overtaken them. And now we are actually a little bit more in trouble than before, since we are facing 3 guys here, not 2. The big robot, I always forget their names, is not that much of a problem, but the destroyer and the close combat guys, oh my goodness. It's so nasty because it just takes ages to bring them down. Okay, let's focus one down, that's good. And now we can focus on the other guy, and then we are through. With these two guys gone, well, depending on whether more of those are actually coming up, it feels a little bit better right now. For now, ignoring the units. Oh, thank you, okay. Oh, that feels absolutely amazing. Wherever the big guy was hiding before. Okay, good, but with the next engagement, I hope we are going to take them down. That might be good to finally go on here. I am, of course, not certain whether we are in the end then going to face the Savant or not. And just to save me a little bit of trouble, in case some waves of enemies are incoming, we bring that guy down.
This machine does.
Inquisitor, you have victoriously overcome all the obstacles I placed in your way. I am humbled, but also amused.
I didn't come here to judge you for your sins, but you have left me no choice.
I have been following the orders of my Fabricator General. This is a secret research sanctum preparing for the return of the Hive Fleet. It was all classified.
Or that is what you want me to believe. We will see. I seek an ancient Xenos relic, once crafted by the extinct Fabricatus race.
That is a relief, because I can help you with that. The Xenotech relics of the Fabricators has been an obsession of mine for a long time.
And financing your heretical experiments by smuggling Xenos relics was just a coincidence?
Pursuing my work requires resources.
I need a particular artifact from their long-lost homeworld, but I don't know where it is.
I have that information, which I obtained in unfortunate circumstances. I sent an expedition there once, but they encountered the Aldari and quickly met their demise.
And what happened after that?
Why do you think I'm hiding in the middle of a tyrannid-infested planet? The Eldar may look like fools, but they are dangerous.
Okay, we know where we go. The man has committed tech heresy and threatened the life of an Inquisitor. His punishment should be death, but he was following the orders of the Fabricator General. I will spare his life this time. This man tried to gain absolution for the tech heresy he committed. I appreciate that. Still, he had tried to kill an Inquisitor, and for that, he must die.
You have been given a second chance. Don't waste it.
You will not regret this choice.
I have the information I've been looking for. I'll return to the ship now.
Alright, and that, guys, already right now brings us to the end of this episode, and you know it. I, as usual, really thank you for watching. If you guys actually do have enjoyed this episode, please give me a little tinsy thumbs up and subscribe. And hopefully I see you beautiful people after this.
I am not in the habit of allowing anyone to ignore my summons. We're engaged in the most devastating battle the Caligari sector has ever witnessed.
Is the situation connected to that abnormal warp rift in the system?
It is. We call it the Dark Nexus. A bloated, terrible warp anomaly, continuously expanding. We could be witnessing the birth of another Eye of Terror.
By the Emperor. That is a very bold and unsettling assertion.
Just think about it, Inquisitor. Another sub-reality in the Imperium, existing within both the real space and the warp, would open up a new front with an endless tide of enemies.
And how could I assist your battle?
As I've been notified by Inquisitor Krabat from the Ordo Hereticus, you have an asset on your ship, with extraordinary capabilities against the warp. It could help us.
The asset is a she, not an it. And indeed your information correlates with an ancient prophecy about the potential of the Alpha Pariah. But before we could even begin to discuss how she could help us, I must find an artifact that would channel her abilities. Otherwise, there might be grave consequences.
I pray to the Emperor that you find that artifact soon. We will talk later.
Okay, investigation completed. The Savong. I've located the mysterious Savong, a technology. Oh, God, I skipped that word. Of the Adeptus Mechanicus, dabbling in illicit trade and heretical experiments. After he gave me the coordinates for the Fabricator's homeworld, there, where his expedition perished some time ago. Also, the supposed location of the artifact I'm seeking. I made my decision regarding his fate. That was it. And have a nice day. Stay frosty.